Okay, guys, we're back.
Mm.
Fortunately, we managed to turn the stream on just after a pretty good point in our conversation here, waiting for Jeff to get back. But yeah, welcome to week 3 of Mummy's Mask. I'm so glad I started putting down what week it is in the show title.
Yeah.
Made it a lot easier to remember things. Avengers is tomorrow, for me at least. If you spoil it in chat, I'll stab you to death. For real. You'll be dead. That's all there is to it.
He's gonna stab you, and I'm gonna ban you.
The
I
old
activated
stab
the
ban.
chat bot and the word Avengers. All of the names of the Avengers are all banned. Oh, I probably shouldn't have just said that. Because now someone will post like, and then Loki shows up, and then it won't get banned anymore. Anyway, all right. I have to think of something else. Still waiting on Jeff to get back. Apparently, he unplugged something on his laptop. I am. Let's see if I can remember all my titles this time. I am Game Master, Dungeon Master, Space Master, Marshall, Creative of this channel, Arthur Perkins. I am here tonight to master the mummies of Mummy's Mask. I know the show got canceled last week. Very sad. Everyone is hyped up. All of the crew have been hyping themselves up all day. They've been sending hype messages on Skype. Yes, for those wondering, the faces are off because without Jeff in place, everybody's face gets shifted.
See, we need
When
all,
Jeff is
all
back,
4 of us.
the faces will be in the correct locations. I don't know. Let's check in with people. James, how are you after last night, where you almost got shot to death and then
Good.
eaten?
Good. Yeah, Jim's still alive. That was pretty cool.
How have you been since 20 hours ago?
About the same. I just ate my last real fast food meal for the next 4 months because I got to get my weight down for this wedding that I'm going to be in. So that's depressing, but you know, yeah.
That is depressing.
I'm getting married, so I guess I can't be too depressed.
Just remember, Arby's isn't fast food.
Oh, I've never
garbage.
actually had
Bam!
Arby's before. It's garbage.
It's garbage. I never understood where that joke came from, but Arby's is actually fairly good.
I've never had it. But I do remember that Simpsons episode where that girl's like, "I'm so hungry, I could eat at Arby's," and every kid's like, the kids are all like, "Whoa!"
Oh man.
So, yeah, that's my Arby's knowledge.
All right. Well, listen to this guy. He's already got his plan for the wedding in 4 months, and hopefully we don't go into another discussion about weddings again. So skipping past that, you got anything else going on? James, who is in Jeff Square.
Oh, I'm Jeff. I'm the new Jeff.
You're the new Jeff. Of course, you're also half yourself.
Oh well.
Michael's only 3/4 of himself. Jim is apparently still Jim.
But a giant head.
Yeah, giant head to Jim.
I'm the good half of me, so it's okay.
At least the left half of you.
What else going on? Nothing else going on. I mean, you know, it's springtime. It was like 20 degrees today. That's good. Celsius. So that's like warm. That's like t-shirt and shorts weather. First time in like 8 months.
For those wondering, take 32 and add 9/5 of 20.
Yeah, or Google it.
We try to promote algebraic mathematics here, man. 32 plus 9/5 of x is not.
Google could do algebra. It's okay.
And if Google fails you, there's always Wolfram Alpha.
If Google fails you, everything has failed, and you should probably
I'll let
just
you know
give up.
next time Wolfram Alpha designs a battery for me.
I don't know. What else can we do to fill the space here?
We can ask Jim how his day is going.
Yes!
How have you been since we last heard from you, Jim, on Heroes of the Storm night on, I don't know, what night was that?
I don't know which night we streamed that. Was it Saturday after Emerald Spire?
Yeah, it would have been Saturday after Emerald Spire. Yep, sounds about right.
I'm good. I'm currently asking Dr. Math to tell me what 20 degrees Celsius is in
Oh
Fahrenheit.
my goodness.
I told you, it's just t-shirt and shorts weather. That's all.
I know. I Googled 32 plus parentheses 9 divided by 5 parentheses 20, and the third hit was Celsius to Fahrenheit math form.
Okay,
Dr.
using the basic calculator built into my Windows 7, I took 32 and added it to 9 divided by 5.
Oh look, 68 degrees. Google typed it in
Times,
before I even
times
finished
20,
it.
it's 68, yes. But I didn't need the internet to do it. I just needed an abacus or basic mathematical knowledge.
I'm mostly saying this because I think it's funny that Google, rather than just telling me the conversion, gave me a link to Dr. Math.
Dr. Math.
Dr.
I started typing in the formula. I was like 20 Celsius, and Google's like, it's this, you idiot. Yeah.
So to
Sorry.
seriously answer your question now, I'm doing just fine. My semester's almost over, so my students have been coming in to see me about final papers. Going to start grading those next week, and then have a little bit of half a week to recuperate before I start teaching a new class, I guess.
All right,
Oh.
James. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, but Mike, aka Big Super X, posted the fight. It's called from last night. It's called Hack's Revenge. It's 2 zombies attacking a mustachioed man and a man wearing a large cowboy hat.
Nice. I'm not in the chat. I should probably. Well, I don't know. I
Do
try
what
to
you
stay
want,
out of
man.
there.
You do what you want. I saved it and put it in the fan art folder for me.
I'm sure I'll get it from later.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a pretty good cop out.
Or, I could just post it in the Roll20 right there.
Oh my god!
I know, it's crazy.
It's like the internet.
Look at how everybody's faces shifted back into position. Except
Oh,
Jim,
that's
who's
awesome.
now off. I like how when I said that, Michael turned and looked at the camera. It was so good. All right. So while Jim used to be in the correct position, I now have to shift this camera sideways.
We could restart the call so that we all go in the right spot.
No, you're all in the right spot. It's just that Jim's sitting slightly lefter than normal.
Lefter? Do I need to go this way or this way?
Well, it's my left. I'm just gonna other way.
This way?
No, the other way.
Other way. This.
Your left. Your left.
Got it.
There
That-
you go.
Not stage left.
Excellent. Yep. All right. Michael, speaking of people who look at cameras, how are you doing this week?
I'm pretty fucking fantastic, actually.
How is that new job working out for you?
Pretty fucking fantastically. Finishing off week 2. And I don't know, it's kind of scary. My boss is like way too reasonable of a person to be a human being. So I'm waiting until the monster comes out.
There are a couple, I'm not going to say Pathfinder, but D&D adventures where it's like you work for a pretty reasonable dude and then it turns out in the end he's a werewolf.
See?
It's like, why don't you save the townspeople? Why don't you gather up all the silver in town and use it to build a giant statue? Why don't you get eaten by me in the middle of the night? That's a real adventure.
Fox, he's a cyborg or perhaps a hologram.
How do you know your boss is a cyborg? 10 neat tricks for figuring it out.
This is one of those clickbait articles on Facebook. Great.
What was the clickbait that I saw
You won't
for
believe
Killer
how much-
Chronicles today? It was so good. I'm going to look it up while I ask Jeff how his week is going.
A little crazy, but I'm still here, so all good. Mom was in the hospital earlier this week, so it's been a wild ride.
Now, everything okay now?
Better. She has MS and diabetes, so
Wow, that's super rough, bro.
yeah, it definitely can be. So now I'm here to kill monsters and not fall this evening.
Wow. In terms of
Nice.
depressing stories, all I have is that my cat finally jumped in the running shower.
That's
Wow.
not depressing.
And
That
immediately
is
jump
just
back out.
hilarious. cats.
That's a terrible day for the cat, though.
Yeah. She's been stalking the shower for a while and like leaning up on top of it cat style, but never going in. So I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm sure she'll never jump in. And
Wrong.
then I think it was yesterday, she just went full 100% cat exploration spacesuit. Jumped into it and then immediately started shrieking and jumped out. She looked pissed as hell too. She's completely soaked. Oh, it's terrible. Alright, so those people who read King Killer Chronicles are going to get this one. This modest innkeeper is telling his life story over 3 days. You won't believe who he claims to be.
Yeah, it would only make me click if it said see day 3 here. But, yeah, that's a sore spot. But he's going to do it right, so I'm okay.
Local wizards hate him. I've been considering putting those kind of articles in a Daily Bard one day. Yeah, I think that covers a lot of things. I'd ask the players if they remember what happened last time, but given that it's 2 weeks, and not to down my players, but most of the time people can't remember what happened 5 seconds ago in the story.
What?
Can I spite
Excellent.
you? Can I spite you?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you think happened.
So after finishing exploring the fake crypt with the coffin that ate people, we delved deeper into Akentepe's tomb, found his actual crypt, and actually completed our excavation. And then, more importantly than that, you're preparing to be spited. Very good. After finishing our excavations by delving deeper and encountering what was it? It was a snake, right? An iron snake.
Yeah, it was an
Iron Cobra.
Yeah. We
Iron
came up,
Cobra.
we attempted in varying degrees of success and or awkwardness, depending on the character in question, to meet and mingle with our fellow grave robbers. I mean, archaeologists.
Some of us just took naps.
Right on the floor.
All right, so this was
In the
an
middle of the bar.
example-
Yep.
Yep, it was an example of using social science of negging. Now that I have provoked at least one of my players into actually remembering stuff, I'm going to expect him to always do this. So I hope you have a notes pen ready, Jim. I'll tell you, there was a campaign that I had where the GM had everybody rotate through writing down what happened that week so they could present it the next week. People started doing it in character, but it got really bad that the character viewpoint was very strong. And so sometimes one of the players would be like, also, fuck everybody else, I hate them all, especially this other character. And I'm like, that's my character. Is it because I'm a necromancer? I literally save the party every day.
By bringing them back from death.
No, I mean, I was a healer
They'll always
necromancer.
be with us.
And everybody's always like, he's a terrible person. He kills kittens. I'm like, I've never killed a kitten.
Not yet, anyways.
He just
It
has a
wasn't
kitten
until I brought a
skeleton.
dragon back from the dead that people got kind of mad. But then
That
I
was
rode
the
him into
tipping
melee
point, huh?
combat and died instantly.
Did you turn it into a fast zombie or something?
No, yeah, I turned it into just a regular zombie. It had too many hit die to make it into a fast zombie.
Ah.
Listen, man. You think it's easy turning CR equivalent dragons into zombies?
No, I
They
don't.
have a lot of hit die. Also,
So it
they're
was a
made of
feat.
crystals.
To behold.
Alright, so the party actually remembered what happened.
Well, now I
Let me
do.
just wipe that egg off my face there.
Hey, you were like, nobody remembers anything. Derp, derp, derp.
Listen, Jim, what's going to happen now is I'm going to start a Dark Heresy campaign, and you're going to have to be in it because it's that investigation clue putting together thing where everything's super subtle. And there's never someone who comes up and says, and that's exactly what happened! You got to put it together and be like, I see. All of the clues seem to indicate that these people are avoiding this specific location. Check it out. And then you show up and then you're like, it's a trap! Dark Heresy.
What I would
Pathfinder it would be like, hey guys,
It's
we
a
heard
trap!
from the shopkeeper and the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. We should all go to this particular location. And it's going to be a trap. Also, apparently all the enemies keep dropping silver crossbows, silver swords, and silver bullets.
I wonder what's
We
going
should
to happen.
probably bring cold iron.
It's okay.
You should
So-
play based on what they remember, like their
I
characters
wasn't
have a
sure.
crappy memory.
Like
That'd
the-
be interesting. You just
like the
force
memory-
whoever's playing the wizard to always do the recap. Man, I hate being a wizard.
This
Why
is
do
the
I-
worst.
Why do I always have to remember things?
All right. Now that our silliness has passed, any final announcements before we move back into the game? Excellent. Worldwide Wrestling RPGs tomorrow night, bam. Oh, and the last episode of Emerald Spire should be this Saturday. So,
Ooh.
you know, I don't know if you're into watching organized play and high-level douchebaggery. There you go. People bringing broken characters.
All sorts of broken characters?
I think the plus 20 to AC guy who was defending everyone and giving them all plus 20 to AC, that's pretty broken.
That's one of my favorite character builds.
All right.
Is it a halfling riding a dog? Only
No,
question.
it's someone who has halfling racial traits or being adopted by halflings, and he's riding a griffin. And the griffin also can raise people's AC.
No. So, local guy has a halfling riding a dog that does that same stick.
Yep.
It's glorious to watch the halfling do it.
Unglorious. Terrible.
Inglorious.
It's inglorious and he's a bastard.
They're bastards, yeah.
So, anyways,
We wake up.
Yeah, you wake up. You need to visit the Grand Mausoleum to receive your next assignment.
I have a sinking suspicion that it might be the assignment that one woman wants.
why? Whatever
You mean
makes
the
you say that?
Sanctum of the Erudite Eye?
Yeah,
You can have that suspicion.
it just seems like
that would
she's
be
been, like,
ill-fated, though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, she's been saying, "Oh, they won't give it," yet, and we're rival companies, so it just kind of, I don't know. We'll see.
That would be weird. That would be totes weird, bro.
Well, we have yet to legitimately get into a fight with anyone.
Yeah, anyone alive, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What about that ghost scorpion?
I'm gonna just pretend that didn't happen.
Iron Cobra? I guess the Iron Cobra wasn't alive.
Not technically alive.
What about the sand creature? That was
Oh yes,
alive.
when we fought the floor.
Yes, the group of drunks fighting the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds about
Yeah.
right.
Floor wins every time.
So let's see here. What day is it? I have my calendar. It's 15th Gosrin. You wake up. You know that at some point, not particularly today, but when you feel like it, you need to go to the Grand Mausoleum to get your next sight.
Well,
Many of you, I think, are all hungover. Ash, you received numerous offers to join a coven.
oh yeah.
They told me that I had to come back and talk to them when I knew the Coven Hex.
Exactly.
And I said I would.
Well-
But, and I've been waiting 2 weeks to say this, they've been waiting for a girl like you to come into their life. That's right, Vice City soundtrack right there.
So just for that,
Yeah.
since we leveled up and haven't played yet, I got a Hex at level 2 and I took Misfortune.
Uh-huh.
But for that soundtrack, I'm sorely tempted to switch that quickly to Coven. I'm not going to, but I really want to.
By the way, fuck Misfortune. Awful. Literally the worst one. I hate it. I do. Misfortune is terrible. All right. The Grand Mausoleum. I heard they opened a Starbucks.
Starbucks, yeah.
They do.
No.
It's called Platties. It's a franchise from Platinum Reclamation.
Nope.
It's not a
That's
Starbucks.
not canon at all. It didn't happen.
Well, no, because this is a new thing, right? Like we're starting it.
Hasn't happened yet.
But it will soon.
Benny's gonna go
Coming
down and try to
soon.
get some breakfast into him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So he'll just kind of like skulk down the stairs. He's like, oh my head. And he wants some greasy food to soak up whatever is left in his stomach.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Not sure.
Actually, a new bartender.
A new one.
Yep, new bartender.
What happened to our bartender?
In the last few days, there's been a series of changes going on in the Tooth and Hookah, and it's now owned by a man named Omar Hassan. He is also the new bartender, and when you come downstairs, he's like, my friends, it is me, Omar Hassan. I am here to tend the bar for you, friends. Would you like some of this kale? Perhaps you'd like some organically grown fresh tomatoes.
What?
Where's our old bartender?
Oh, the old bartender. Yes, he disappeared mysteriously in the night with a large bag of gold and was never seen again.
Oh, good for him.
Perhaps you would like a strawberry smoothie. The hot one out there.
Meat? I'll just keep asking for meat.
He says, this is the Tooth and Hookah. We no longer serve meat in here. We are entirely vegan and gluten-free.
What's gluten?
We need a new inn.
So,
Yeah. Then he starts to shuffle towards the door.
so he's a halfling, a very tall halfling, but he's also very charming looking. But all of the walls are like mint mocha, smoothie shake, and like kale, and what else is gluten-y? Avocados. Yeah, that sounds right. Coconut water.
Ugh.
That sounds vile.
Oh. We
So
woke up
where
on the
can-
West Coast.
Right? Right? So where can I get the greasy breakfast deluxe?
He's like,
Somewhere.
I do not know, friends, but it is not in here. If you eat this food, I assure you, you'll live longer.
We don't care. Have you not seen our profession?
He says,
Root, however, will
but
sit
come
down
on.
and throw down some coppers.
He actually pulls out a chalkboard and starts writing things on the chalkboard and doing like representational symbolic mathematics. And he's like, "You are adventurers, yes?" Question mark. And then he's like, "It seems that the more you adventure, the more money you make, and the more powerful you become. Therefore, the longer you live, the more money you will have, and the more adventures you'll have. So, if you live for a long time, at the end of your life, you can have all of the fun you want because you will have lots of money. Therefore, you should eat kale."
No. I want bacon and eggs and sausage and hash browns.
He says, "I'm afraid we can no longer serve anything made by pigs here."
Well,
It's
that'd
not
be
made
no
by
mistake.
pigs. It is pigs.
Well, maybe that's his opinion on the people who butcher animals. Yeah, Benny's actually too tired to leave, so he's gonna try to eat whatever this guy gives him.
Okay, yeah. He serves
Yeah.
you like roasted vegetables covered in olive oil and then salted and seasoned.
Oh, that'll be greasy and salty enough.
Yeah, it's got like,
Just add extra salt.
broccoli and peppers
Delicious.
and potatoes.
I'm gonna go find-
potatoes.
I'm gonna go find a rat on a
Gluten-free
stick.
potato. You have no idea how long it's been there. That's what Benny's doing.
Okay.
Nobody got that reference. It's okay.
Okay.
Nope, I'm laughing at Big Super X. Run away and find a Benny's.
There you go. We should make a new restaurant called Veni's.
It's just all breakfast food.
It's all greasy all the time.
So it's actually pretty packed in here in the morning. Lots of people are coming in for these kale smoothies and mocha lattes and stuff like that. But it's also taken on like a whole. There's a guy. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's a guy in the corner like playing the sitar, and there's rugs hanging from the wall, and from the ceiling there's like bright tie-dyed banners, and
The hipsters have come.
there's incense wafting through the air.
Oh,
Oh man.
I'm going to the market to find
Okay,
greasy
yeah.
breakfast
You go
foods.
to the market. As soon as you're outside, of course, there's people on the street, selling street meat. They've got like chameleon and salamander on a stick.
They heard about
Random
this
assorted
place,
meat pile,
so they're capitalizing on it.
meat pie. Well, it's like this every morning. Remember, you had the guys
Yeah.
bothering you on the first day.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Except this time I am much happier to see them.
So you walk around, you pick up some random assorted breakfast foods from various people along the way.
Make yourself a breakfast burrito with all the different pieces.
Yeah, buddy. Am I the only one?
I don't know.
like it.
I guess so.
I will go with the paladin
Okay.
because I'm scared of people and less
There's more
scared of
out there.
search girls.
I would be more scared of the paladin, man.
Shh. Don't be afraid of me.
He hasn't actively persecuted me yet.
That's the scariest thing I've heard so far. He's like, don't be afraid of me.
It's just a robotic voice.
I'm just saying, I might be a game master, but I know when someone says something fucking terrifying.
It's no less terrifying than the paladin not persecuting the necromancer in the party
I'm not a necromancer. I'm a witch.
that plays with a pop.
Yeah. You do know you can't dig upwards, right?
Hey, I'm not trying to dig up. Just horizontally for long
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just dig the tunnel.
What are the